88,4 Okezone Radio Jakarta.
89,7 Okezone Radio Bandung,
Your number one music station. Seperti yang tadi kita udah bilang dan posternya udah kita posting juga di sosial media kita. Kita sudah kedatangan
tamu mancanegara.
Betul sekali, karena internasional sekali memang acara kita.
Jadi tanpa berlama-lama langsung aja kita sambut nih. Please welcome Gryffin.
Yo.
What's up, guys?
Gryffin, what's good, man? How's you, bro?
It's good. Life is good. Just out here in Southern California, enjoying some sunshine, hitting the studio every day. So it's been good.
Hitting the studio every day. Looks like you're in the timeline of production.
Yeah.
I'm finishing up my album right now. So
hey, wishing you the best of luck, man.
Thank you. It's
but
going
we're here
well.
to talk about your recent song, newly released, titled Last of Us with Rita Ora, that you released on February 2024.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Can you tell us about the inspiration behind your new song, Last of Us, featuring Rita Ora?
Yeah, it was a really fun record to make. I produced it with my buddies in London, Bill and Ted, and Ruth Ann and Rob Harvey were other writers on the record. And it's funny because this song was actually inspired by the TV show title. And the video game too. So
the zombie.
Yeah, exactly.
I watch it on HBO.
I played the game but haven't watched the HBO one though.
Yeah. It's a pretty epic game. It was inspired by that title. We all thought the concept was really cool and the title of it was really cool. So we decided to write a song around that. And production wise, it was fun sort of channeling it's the type of the sound and feelings of a lot of music that got me into festivals and dance music to begin with in the early 2010s and whatnot. So it was really fun to kind of channel that old spirit of when I was younger and when I used to be in my rave days. So it was fun, and then Rita came on the track a little bit later, and she absolutely took it to a whole nother level that I didn't even think could happen. Yeah, her voice is insane. So it was a great experience, and I'm super happy with how the record came about.
But would you tell us how did Rita came to the song? How was the
so we tried to work on a record together a few years ago, and it just we couldn't we just didn't finish it. But we've always wanted to do a record together. So we sent it over to her team as we were kind of finishing it up, being like, hey, what do you think about this record? I think this could be great for you. Because as we were finishing the record with the writers, I kept thinking, it's like, oh, Rita would be actually perfect for this song. I hope she likes it. And so we sent it over to her, and she was super into it right away and cut her vocals in London a few weeks later. And when I got the vocals back, I was driving in the car with my wife, and I was just my jaw dropped when I was listening to it. I was like, this is literally perfect. This is exactly what I was hearing in my head. And she just did such a good job with the song. And we're super happy that it's out now.
She put your vision to life then, yeah?
Yeah, exactly. I had an idea of her on the record when we were finishing it. And then, she really she delivered on her end, but even exceeded my expectation for what it would sound like. So I was super happy with it for sure.
Hey, we're super happy with it too, man. And how does Last of Us, as your recent single, compare to your previous release in terms of style and sound?
Yeah, I would say it's there's still a lot of similarities. My music is always super melodic and emotional at its core. So I think that's still there. My previous music also has that those kind of similarities. I would say that it's kind of the beginning of almost a dancier version of my music. Because the greater album of Pulse, it actually is some of the danciest, clubbiest music I've ever put out. So it's it'll be fun to put it out because I think it'll show kind of a different side of my music and what I'm able to do as an artist. And it was a really fun album to put together. I'm still finished. It's almost done, but I've had a lot of fun in the studio the last 6 months working on this project, and Last of Us is kind of the introduction to where this new world that I'm about to show people.
Hey, we're very excited.
Yeah.
To wait for your new album. We can hardly wait. So I hope after the album put out, you could maybe have a show here in Indonesia, in Jakarta.
Yeah.
I would love that. I love that. I played We the Fest last year and it was incredible. So I always love coming to Jakarta, and I can't wait to get back there.
Amen.
And talking about the Gryffin school era, when Gryffin on a middle school, you had a band with your friends, and after that,
you turned into electronic music. What kind of bands or musician did you listen when you were growing up, and while you were still active in a band?
Yeah. Maybe we had the same
maybe
band that we listened.
Oh yeah. I mean, I honestly listened to so much types of rock music. I mean, when I was in like middle school, I was into like pop punk and stuff like that. So I was into like, I guess Blink 182 is pretty commercial, but I was into like Newfound Glory and
NFG.
Brand New and like a lot of bands like that. And then I also listened to a lot of classic rock when I was a kid and like in high school and whatnot. And then I like indie music too. I think like M83 was a big kind of inspiration into like me liking rock and guitar, but with synthesis and electronic sounds. Um, and yeah, like the XX you listened to a lot when I was growing up. So yeah, I like all different kinds of music, honestly. Like I actually don't listen to dance music that much on my own time. When I'm searching for records to play out at DJ shows and when I want to get inspired by dance music, I'll listen to that from time to time. But I like listening to other genres of music. A lot too, actually.
And Gryffin is also playing instruments such as guitar and keyboard. How did it came? Was it self-taught or do you take like a formal education for it?
Yeah, I'm self-taught on the guitar, so I like picked that up when I was 12 years old, just because I loved I thought guitar was so cool. I thought the band stuff was so cool. So I decided to teach myself. But piano, I was actually classically trained. I started doing classical music when I was 7, and I played all the way. Yeah, I started piano is my first instrument. I would say that's my like easiest. That's the one that's most natural to me. That's where I write a lot of my music. Is on the piano. And guitar too, but piano is like I've been playing it since I was so young, so it's very natural for me. Yeah, and I've always been into music, so and I fell in love with dance music, I guess a little bit later, but I think I still use the piano and guitar from my childhood when I'm writing dance music and making melodies and whatnot, and now I still use those instruments when I perform live, so.
Yeah, we got you. But the next thing that we're very curious about is how did the switch came? I mean, you were rooted in pop punk music, punk rock music, music, more instrument kind of music. Now you moved and produce and put out songs in the genre which we call EDM.
EDM, yeah.
How did the transition came?
Yeah, I mean, I think it just kind of came, I don't know, I guess naturally. I just started getting really into dance music when I went to university. Like I started getting invited to like raves and like
the parties
EDC and stuff. Yeah, and I just started getting into that music in college, and it was a really exciting time for electronic music too. That was when Avicii was like coming onto the scene. Mouse Mafia was huge. Dead Mouse was huge. I remember being like listening to Skrillex for the first time, just being like, "Whoa!" Like I didn't even know music could sound like this. It was just inspiring to listen to, and it just made me kind of want to learn and try it out myself. And so I just decided to download programs on my laptop and just started like trying to teach myself how to make music, and that's kind of how it all started.
until now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Established
Here we
artist,
are.
playing stages. And there's a games that we would like to play with you. It's called What If. There will be 3 questions, what if questions that we need you to answer. We'll start from the first one.
All right.
What if
Okay.
you weren't a DJ? What job would you choose?
Ooh, what job would I choose? Maybe like a golfer.
Golfer?
Do you golf?
Yeah. Yeah, I love golf. I'm obsessed.
Golfer.
All right.
All right.
All right, golfer.
We continue to the second one.
Yeah.
Okay.
What if you could only play one musical instrument? What would it be?
I could only play one musical instrument.
Yeah.
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 I guess I'd go with piano, just because
Piano.
that's
Nice.
That's my I played it my whole life. It's one of the
Yeah.
most comfortable.
It's the fundamental, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
Then the last one would be, what if you are no longer interested in electronic music? What genre of music would you choose?
Back to pop punk, probably.
Yeah, let's go back. Bring it back to the beginning. Pop punk.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yes.
Those palm mutes.
So we would like to tell our listener, zoners, what we call them, that The Last of Us is the opening song of Griffin's new album called Pulse,
Yes.
which you can see on the main page of Gryffin official's website. And this song would be opening a new phase of Gryffin.
Yeah.
So Gryffin, what can fans anticipate from your upcoming album in the terms of musical direction and experimentation? Because Pulse is a new phase from Gryffin.
Yeah, I think I mean it's still, at the end of the day, it's me. It's still my music. So it's gonna be melodic and have emotion in it and all of those qualities, but it's gonna be dancier. Like, it's more energetic. I really want people to have fun when they listen to this album and they feel the energy of the album. And I think I'm experimenting with some subgenres of dance music that I've never done before. So there's going to be some cool surprises for people, I think, on this album. And I'm really, really excited with how it's coming together, and I can't wait for everybody to hear it and have fun with it this summer.
And we can't wait to put the song on our playlist and play it regularly on our radio.
Yes. And talking about your website, on the main page of your official website, there are 12 symbols circling the album till Pulse. Title, title Pulse. What does that mean? The symbols?
Do you make it yourself?
Yeah, no, me and my creative director have we've been making the symbols. Each of the symbols, at least each of the symbols on the website right now, each represent a different song.
So there would be 12 songs then.
Yeah, they're like the symbols representing the song.
Yeah. All right. And last but not least,
this would be the last question from us. What do you hope zoners, our listeners, and your fans will take away from Last of Us and your forthcoming album as a whole?
Yeah, I think they'll take away that it's a little bit different sound for me, and it's exciting, it's fun, it's dancey, it's up tempo, and I really hope they just enjoy it. I put so much time and passion into this project, so I hope people really enjoy it and have fun listening to this kind of new direction and evolution of my sound.
Yeah, so cannot wait. Yeah,
we cannot wait. Yeah, and we're here at the end of our conversation.
Yes,
the time is limited, so we wish you well. We wish you good luck on the project. We
appreciate it, guys.
Fun.
Thank you so much,
and thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much
Gryffin.
for your time. Hope
thanks, guys.
Coming back soon. Performing in Jakarta, Indonesia.
Yay! All right. Thank you, Gryffin.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Bye bye.
I hope to see you guys soon.